The light will shine on me.
You understand? And many of you might know her under the unfortunate title of Dima, the Zobo lady.
I like saying Zobo.
Then make it for your home now. Not for strangers who will not respect you as my wife.
Matthew, what's happening between us? Sometimes you act like you don't want to be married.
If I didn't want to be married, I wouldn't be here, honey.
I'm saying the woman is not a good boss. And it hurts me to see how she treats you.
Everyone, say hello to your new leader.
You're not even started the work. Already, you're planning to stab your husband to death.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Relufe Review. This is where we review the Nigerian arts, music, movies, and entertainment in general. Like I always say, you know, when you see me, it's another movie review. Everything that I say here is based off on what I think about the movie. And that alone, that's about it. My name is AY with a double O. And of course, let us get to the movie that I'll be reviewing for today. Today, I'm going to be reviewing The Wives. And The Wives is a YouTube series owned by, it's on Elevation TV on YouTube. And it's owned by the Elevation Church. And I've seen some churches produce series. But one thing I'd say about this series is that, of course, when you see movies that are, you know, Christian movies or owned by Christians, you would want to believe that they would not fully express themselves in the movie. Now, I would say that they didn't give us like X-rated content, right? But of course, they did show us the romantic scenes and, you know, the tension and a whole lot of that. But I'll still say, I'm still going to come back to that, you know, in the review. So The Wives is like I said, a YouTube series. It's in episodes. And of course, episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is what we've seen so far. And trust me, I cannot wait to see what's left of The Wives. So The Wives is, I want to call it a drama series. It's quite dicey. It's so it's centered around two couples, you know, one Matthew and his wife, which is played by Anne Icha, and Tope Tedela played the role of Matthew, and of course Dima and her husband. And then of course now Anne Icha has a personal assistant who also is in a relationship, but of course it's a boyfriend thingy and not, you know, husband and wife. So we can see two married couples and of course a boyfriend and a girlfriend. And I'll say that it's enjoyable, you know, to watch. It's enjoyable. So basically, the story centers around, so it's not a particular story like, oh, this, you know, it centers around marriage, struggles, complexities, and of course from the title, The Wives, I mean, the wives. And, you know, I think this story dwells more on the wives in the movie, in the, or, you know, in the old couple thingy. We can see a lot of focus on the wives and the struggles that they face in marriage, different struggles that they face in marriage, basically. And these are relatable stories, real life experiences, trust me. So on Anne Icha's part, and I mean, Tope Tedela, I must say that Tope Tedela is one fantastic actor. I don't know how he does it, but there's a part that got me angry in that movie, and I was telling someone, this part of Tope got me really, and the person said, you know, this is good acting right here. So Tope Tedela is coming, Matthew played the role of Matthew, and is coming from infidelity and all of that in his past, infidelity in marriage. But of course, that was some 10 years ago, and he was planning, you know, his 10th year wedding anniversary with his wife's personal assistant. Now, unknown to the wife, she did not really, so I mean, they were just being sneaky about it, the personal assistant and her husband. And of course, that memory of my husband cheating, he was coming back and flooding her memory all over again, and you cannot help but I'm sure she can't help it, and if you were in her shoes, you will feel the same way. Now, on the other hand, we can see Dima and her husband, who are just they're not struggling, but at the same time, they don't have it all. And Dima is quite unfortunate because she doesn't even have a caring husband. He does not have money. He's not caring. A lot of things are just wrong. You know, how can you be broke and sad and mean? And I feel like if you don't have something, should substitute for something. So for Dima's husband's character, and that was the first time, that's the first time I'm seeing him in that kind of role. And he also bodied that role of a terrible husband. Trust me. I mean, how bad can you be? You don't have money, you're not a supportive husband, and yes, you would not let your wife be. Dima, on the other hand, had a small Zobo business that was striving for her. So I think I would say it's like a story of the rich versus the poor. So there's the rich couple and there's the struggling couple, for the lack of a better word to replace it. There's a rich couple and there's a struggling couple. Their lives were intertwined. That was what we saw, how their lives were intertwined, and of course how their marriage played out, and how once one person's marriage and bad decisions affected the other person's marriage, which was what we saw. Matthew, on the other hand, cheated on his wife with Dima. And I must say that it's really dramatic. It's dramatic, it's funny, it's enjoyable. But I mean, I don't want to give no spoilers. It's something that I would allow you to watch, to be able to enjoy. No spoilers in this review, trust me. But basically, that's about it with the wives. Struggles, how to navigate life as a wife, and a whole lot of things that women deal with in marriage. That was what we saw in the series The Wives. Now, for the storyline, it's not direct, it's not what is peculiar to this is not peculiar to the other person, different things here and there. But of course, I like that there's a focus on the movie, which is on the wives. And like the title rightly sold out. I loved, to see that part, in that movie, right? And these are relatable things, like I said earlier. There's nothing unrealistic about the wives. There's fiction, there's non-fiction, but trust me, this is non-fiction. Because, these are things that you don't have to be married to be able to relate with the struggles that women go through in marriage. These are things that we see every day. These are things that we hear every day. So I'll say that this storyline is sort of a message, as well, to see. So for someone going through these things, this series is like a reflection or like a mirror. You're literally seeing it, and if you're going through the same thing, you can understand that you're not alone. And I think this is one thing that this storyline did. It's like a reminder, to wives, and I think this is something that a lot of wives out there should see. So for the storyline, thumbs up. It's still gonna be developed because it's a series. The plot will be developed and developed and developed. I don't know what's gonna happen in episode 6 or 7. I don't know to what episode we're gonna get to with the wives, but I'd say that for the storyline, it gets a good 8 over 10 from this end. For the editing, though, I would say that for the episode 1, the video quality was better than other episodes. I don't know why, but I think the quality of the video dropped. That's maybe one of the few things I'll say I don't like about the movie. Also, for the theme, of course, well explored, family struggles, and a whole lot of that. And basically struggles in marriage, which they did explore. But at the same time, now some things that didn't really sit well with me, in the movie is how some characters were annoying.
Anytime. Come. Get all of this out of here now.
Madam is in a lot of pain.
How aren't you? How is this normal? How is any of this normal? All these people are insane and terrible to each other.
Some characters overplayed their role, and I'll say that that's what I saw Matthew do. I think he was just doing too much. This minute you are being mean to your wife, the next minute you're coming to apologize and say you're sorry. I don't know, maybe he is bipolar. He has, multiple characters. I cannot really explain what's going on with Matthew, but I'm sure that as the movie develops, so as the series develop, I mean, there'll be a lot of revelation. So for now, I mean, there's nothing much to say, because it's not a full package yet. We've not seen the end of the series, but in the first 5 episodes, I think I want to rate this. It's not even I think. We at Relufe TV have rated this a good 8/10. One thing is certain about The Wives is enjoyable. One thing is certain about The Wives, you would watch it like when you start, you want to finish. As much as some characters might be annoying, because I found Matthew really annoying. I found his wife extremely annoying, because in my mind, like, what is wrong with you? Choose, like, pick a struggle. You are struggling to trust your husband. He has cheated before, and you're struggling to have a child. So decide. By the way, she's pregnant. No spoilers, trust me. She's pregnant, and I feel like at this point she can't really leave her husband, But of course, we'll see as more episodes unfold, and of course, we'll be reviewing it as well. But for now, series episode 1 to 5 is rated 8/10. It is a must watch, meaning you have to rush down to YouTube to go and watch it. And it's on YouTube. It's not that the cinemas where you have to stress. You can just be in your houses, chill, set up the TV and just watch and enjoy with your friends and family. Trust me, it's one enjoyable series, and it's not giving the old Christian vibe, kind of thing where they're just all being, spiritual and all of that. It's enjoyable, it's relatable. That's about it on today's edition of Relufe Review. Now, let me know what you think about this series. If you have watched it, please drop it in the comment box. Particularly, I want to know your comments. I want to know what you think about The Wives. I think it's enjoyable. I think that some characters were, maybe doing too much, but at the same time, that was good acting right there for The Wives. And it's some characters I'm even seeing for the first time, but trust me, I could see teamwork. Right? So, for some movie sets, you're seeing some actors far, you would notice distance amongst actors. Now, while I'm seeing some A-list actors and some upcoming actors come together, what I saw there was teamwork and a whole lot of uniformity. Thumbs up to the actors, to the directors, and to the producers, of course, of The Wives series. That's about it. Like I said earlier, let me know what you think. And don't forget to like, don't forget to share. Do not forget to subscribe. If this is your first time viewing this video, please click the subscribe button. And of course, share with your friends and family. My name is AY with the double O. And of course, you will see me again on another episode of Relufe Review. Bye, guys.